Good morning, and welcome to Breakfast with All Chicago. I'm Rich Shortino, and I'm the board chair for All Chicago, Making Homelessness History. All Chicago's mission is to prevent and end homelessness in the city of Chicago. We do that in a variety of ways. One is by providing emergency assistance for people in need. Secondly, with community partnerships through all of the homelessness community throughout Chicago. Third is through data analytics. And fourth is through training and research. I became involved with All Chicago because of their vital mission to prevent and end homelessness in the city of Chicago. I have seen firsthand in my work in community development and affordable housing the effects that homelessness can have on the people that we care about most. All Chicago is leading the way in the city of Chicago in their mission to prevent and end homelessness. We'd like to thank our sponsors who have made this event possible. First, our presenting sponsors, the Knight Family Foundation and Waterton. Our platinum sponsors, Chicago Association of Realtors and Jim and Kay Mabie. Our gold sponsors, BRINSHORE Development, J.P. Morgan Chase, Dennis and Martha Pierce, and Lisa Stone Pritzker. Our silver sponsors, Crown Family Philanthropies and McShane Construction Company. Our bronze sponsors, GEF Foundation, Holston Human Capital and Jackie Holston, Leasing and Management, Mark and Tracey Hennessy, the Owens Foundation, Perkins and Will, and Mrs. Allen Stone. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. All Chicago could only achieve its mission of preventing and ending homelessness in Chicago through the many public and private partnerships that it has cultivated over the years. On the public side of things, we have maintained incredible relationships with both the governor and the mayor, and they have been generous in their support of our organization and the mission of ending homelessness in Chicago. On the private side, we have so many longtime donors that have maintained their support throughout the years. In addition, we're seeing new donors and new foundations that we haven't seen before that are stepping up in a big way to provide support for this mission of ending homelessness. I also want to thank the Stone family for their enduring support of All Chicago. Norman Stone founded the Emergency Fund in 1973, and the family has continued to support All Chicago throughout the years. On a personal note, my father-in-law is Ira Stone, who also happens to be fellow board member Lisa Stone Pritzker's father. He and all the members of the Stone family are so proud of everything that All Chicago has accomplished over the years, and I am so proud to be a part of this organization. I'd like to thank our board of directors and all of our supporters who are here today. Thank you to all of our partner agencies who are here joining us this morning. And I also want to thank the incredible staff at All Chicago and our new dynamic executive director, Carolyn Ross. They have been doing such amazing work throughout this very trying time. And this video is evidence of so much of what we have all had to endure through these last few months. We have some incredible stories that you're going to hear about today, and I hope that will bring you to consider making a contribution to All Chicago for the amazing work that they've been able to do and such an important mission that they're trying to accomplish. We're also going to be presenting some awards to some of the incredible change makers that have made a difference in the mission of preventing homelessness in Chicago. I'd now like to introduce our President and CEO, Carolyn Ross. Carolyn joined us a little over a year ago, and we're so grateful to have her back in Chicago and as our leader. She has made amazing strides in leading us through this very trying time and also convincing all of our public and private partners of the importance of the work that we're doing. So with no further ado, let me introduce Carolyn Ross.
I'm Carolyn Ross, President and CEO of All Chicago, Making Homelessness History. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for our first virtual breakfast here at All Chicago. We know that many of you have joined us every year for many years, and although this year is different, it is still important that we carry on with this event. It gives us an opportunity, more importantly, to recognize our partners for their incredible work. I'm here today to seek your support and continue to build our partnership. Many of you are working remotely from the comfort of your home. As you do so, I ask that you think about your surroundings and how we can help our neighbors who do not have a home obtain the same level of safety and comfort that you're experiencing right now. This work is vital, and it is imperative that we all understand that without a stable place to live, the health and well-being of our neighbors will fail to thrive. Housing is confidence. It is pride. It is safety. It is healthy. And it is a basic necessity to which we should all have unobstructed access. I am especially glad that so many partners are here. All Chicago cannot do this work alone. We work to support and move the system, but it takes all of us working together to prevent and end homelessness. Partnership is what guides our work, and we truly appreciate our valued community partners. I would like to thank all of Chicago's homeless service providers, members of the Lived Experience Commission, our youth leaders, our government partners, and our philanthropic partners for your commitment to ending homelessness and for being here today. Partners, please let us know in the comments if you're here and which agency that you represent. We want to recognize you for your important role in this work. All Chicago has a unique role in preventing and ending homelessness in Chicago. We use a systems approach to convene all of our partners for a coordinated citywide effort. We can do more together. Our collective impact has resulted in a 22% reduction in homelessness since 2015. This year has thrown unprecedented challenges to our community's work to prevent and end homelessness. Despite these challenges, we've continued to respond together in partnership and collaboration. Our work has continued remotely and uninterrupted. We are proud to work with dedicated partner agencies and their staff towards our mission, which is to unite our community and resources to find solutions that ensure and sustain the stability of a home. During this pandemic, All Chicago responded to the needs of our partners by launching an agency emergency fund in March. Initially privately funded, funds were raised to meet the unprecedented needs of our partners as they work to meet COVID-related CDC recommendations without budgeted funds. Funds were used to help create spacing, isolate symptomatic patients, provide medical needs, cleaning supplies, and increase staffing as volunteer corps were advised to stay home. In total, All Chicago has dispersed $4 million in Chicago in response to the COVID-19 pandemic using a mix of private and public funds. In addition, All Chicago, for the first time, worked with our state partners to allocate $3 million in funds to Illinois' continuum of care bodies beyond Chicago. Throughout the pandemic, All Chicago has continued to work with our continuum and the City of Chicago, one of our most important partners. The Chicago COC is staffed by members of All Chicago's team, representatives from partner organizations across Chicago, and the City of Chicago's Department of Family and Support Services, which do so much for our city, including managing the shelter system. This year, with its unforeseen challenges and opportunities, the City of Chicago and All Chicago work together in new and unprecedented ways. When homeless residents were quarantined at Hotel 166 due to COVID, All Chicago worked with the city to get them housed following their stay. This effort was done in partnership and with many agency partners, the city's Department of Public Health, and the Charge Group, one of our honorees today. As All Chicago prepared to launch our expedited housing initiative to house over 1,000 families over the course of a year, we called on the mayor's office to help get the word out to landlords that we would need affordable apartments. The mayor has sent out a letter about Chicago Rents, our program to support landlords. This will allow us to be more efficient in housing people and families quickly. So while this year has presented many challenges, it has also offered tremendous opportunities to change how we do business, and many of our partners, programmatic and philanthropic, public and private, internally and externally, are stepping up to meet this challenge. Internally, partner organizations in all Chicago continue to invest in electronic and virtual technology, making payments of emergency funds easier, quicker, and more efficient, and it has challenged us to look over our processes and make them as responsive as possible. Our philanthropic partners have increased their giving, their thought partnerships, and outreach to make sure that Chicago has the best possible system in place to meet the changing needs and to continue to improve the system. For this, we thank you. Of note, this week marks World Homelessness Day. Each year on October 10th, this coming Saturday, we focus attention locally to the needs of people experiencing homelessness and to provide opportunities for our community to get involved in addressing homelessness. Thank you for marking this occasion by being here with us today. This year, like all of you, All Chicago has had to adapt our work in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our neighbors facing homelessness need our help more than ever. We are securing and distributing crucial financial assistance. We increased our support through the Emergency Fund, founded in 1973 by our founder, Norman H. Stone, and it continues to be a pillar of our work. By providing immediate financial assistance to our neighbors facing a crisis, we help them maintain housing stability and prevent them from entering homelessness. Last year, we served over 3,600 households with $3.9 million in support. We have also expanded our Student Emergency Fund program. It provides financial assistance to college students at risk of disenrolling because of a crisis. Since many colleges closed their campuses abruptly this spring, students have faced unique challenges. While last year we served 630 students with over $291,000, we have already distributed nearly $500,000 through this year. We initiated constant communications and guidance to support our partners through uncertainty and rapid change. We hold weekly webinars to share the latest information related to homeless services, from national best practices to Chicago-specific information. We also created a new Slack channel with over 300 members to help facilitate rapid peer sharing. We gathered and distilled guidance from local and national sources to help our partners navigate these new challenges and create plans for moving forward. While we don't know what the future will bring, we do know we will maintain focused on our mission, making sure everyone has a place to call home. We do know that we will need to remain nimble and responsive, professional and collaborative, to be able to continue to serve our neighbors and our partners and continue our work of preventing and ending homelessness in a rapidly changing environment. We know that homelessness existed before COVID, now during COVID, and we will continue our work after COVID is no longer the emergency it is today. Finally, please get involved with All Chicago, if you are not already, by following us on social media, by introducing someone to our work, and by making a gift today. The information is below on the screen. Now I'd like to introduce Mayor Lori Lightfoot. We are grateful for her support, and she has a message that she'd like to share with you today.
I'm Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and it's my honor to welcome you all to the first ever virtual breakfast with All Chicago. I want to start by giving special thank you to All Chicago President and CEO Carolyn Ross, her team, and Chicago's service providers who have been working around the clock to keep homeless people safe during the pandemic. These efforts truly embody the elements at the core of my administration, working to end poverty, economic hardship, and systemic inequality. Working alongside our Department of Family and Support Services, All Chicago has been a key partner in helping to prevent and end homelessness across Chicago. leading the continuum of care, which convenes organizations and individuals to provide housing and services for people experiencing homelessness in our city, providing critical financial assistance to these individuals, managing the Homeless Management Information System database to ensure we have updated statistics on rates of homelessness to advocate for the funding and policies we need, and providing training and research for partner organizations and individuals to apply proven strategies to stymie homelessness in our city. Now more than ever, we need efforts like these to ensure all Chicagoans have a safe and stable place to call home. For far too long, too many of our residents have faced the looming threat of housing insecurity and homelessness. This work builds off of ongoing city initiatives such as Solutions Towards Ending Poverty, or STEP, which is a comprehensive and community-focused program that seeks to address both the symptoms and root causes of entrenched economic hardship in our city. And Invest Southwest, which brings together partners from government, business, philanthropic organizations, and of course, community organizations to make coordinated investments in our most underserved neighborhoods on our city's south and west sides. Ending homelessness won't happen overnight. It requires that we meet the needs of our most vulnerable communities and establish the socioeconomic infrastructure within their neighborhoods to give them the resources to rise above their circumstances. Every Chicagoan deserves to have access to a roof over their head that provides both shelter and safety. We are committed to doing everything we can to make this a reality by developing targeted support systems for those experiencing homelessness that alleviate this added strain of the pandemic and help them get permanent housing. This has resulted in initiatives such as Chicago Rents, which connects landlords, people in need of homes, rental subsidies, and housing support case managers to fill units with a purpose. Chicago Rents will support the Chicago Continuum of Care's ongoing efforts to house 1,250 households experiencing homelessness as a result of COVID-19 within the next year, and allow landlords to receive financial incentives, free advertising, tenant case management, and timely payments while helping to end homelessness across all of our communities. Chicago Rents is just one of the many ways that those watching can step up to stop homelessness in our city. Your support is what makes all this possible. So moving forward, it is my hope and expectation that you will continue to support All Chicago to make sure that every person in our city has a place to call home. Thank you, and please continue to be safe.
Thank you so much, Mayor Lightfoot. We are grateful for your partnership. It takes all of us working together, and we are glad to have the support of the City of Chicago in your office. And now we will share a video highlighting how this work directly helps people in our community and how our partnerships make all the difference in serving our community. Please enjoy this presentation.
I'm Mayra, and this is my story. My daddy was a nice person, but he was an alcoholic. My father used to put a hand on my mom He used to hit her real bad. I felt like I couldn't help my mom. I feel like if I scream, nobody's gonna hear me because nobody wants to get involved. And I was afraid he kills her. And I told him, if you hit my mom, I'll hit you too. And he's like, you're too little for that. Yeah, but I'm gonna grow up. And if you touch my mom, I'll hit you. Even though I was little, I said, I'm not gonna be like that. We moved to Chicago, and then high school was hard because I was taking care of my mom because she was sick. I got a job in the laundromat. My mom passed away and I was by my own. I was 17. I was just a young girl that I want to, have fun. I thought it was going to be fun to have a boyfriend, and you have your own place. But it was not. I met Miguel and we had 2 kids. He was an alcoholic too.
Mayra, beer.
But I tried to help him. He used to hit me and then he apologized for hitting me. He broke my eyebrow and I still have the bone in here. But the next day he brought me flowers and everything was fine. I grew up without my father. And I didn't want my son to grow up without his father. It was kind of hard. I felt trapped because I let all this happen. I should have stopped it. I was in church and I was talking to a friend. She's like, Mayra, what happened? Problems, struggling problems. She told me, there's a place that could help you. You could go to a shelter. And I told them, no, that's not my situation. I could handle it, it's not that bad. I was like blind or something. One day I says, let's go to sleep already because you're drinking too much. So he choked me. And I tried to fight with him.
Stop, please.
I was so scared. I'm like, I'm gonna die. Santiago came out from the room and I told him, stop, the baby's here. Santiago said, if you touch my mom again, I'm gonna hurt you. I was thinking just cycle have to stop. So I went to the hospital and I told them, I have no place to go. Can I sleep here? And right away they make a phone call. Oh, we're gonna take you to a shelter. I'm like, the first person I see was Miss Brown. And they took me to my room. It was amazing and I'm very grateful to have a place to stay with my boys.
I would describe Mayra as a firecracker. I love the fact that she's determined to take care of her boys. A lot of women tend to go back to the abuser because they don't have anything. And what I wanted her to know was, you don't have to go back to your abuser. Mayra located an apartment, but what she didn't have was the security deposit, and she wanted a little cushion so she can become stabilized. Mayra and I used all Chicago's emergency funds to pay for her security deposit and first 2 months' rent.
I told the boy, let's go for a walk. And we went to the apartment. And the boy's like, what is this, Mom? Who lives here? That's our apartment. No, Mommy. Yes, this is our apartment. And now I feel like peace on me. I said, finally, I found a place. Miguel, he's going to be 13. And Santiago is already 8. And I'm very proud of them. Back then, I used to go to sleep and thinking about how's my baby daddy's gonna come drunk and he might try to put a hands on me. So now when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this is it. I did it. I'm in a safe place. I know nobody's gonna hurt me.
Without all Chicago's emergency funds, Mayra would have probably went back to her abuser, but those emergency funds allowed us to help her get her own place where she felt safe and stable with her children. The All Chicago emergency funds are life-saving.
If I were to meet a person in my same situation, I would tell them, leave him. All Chicago emergency funds. They help me be stable with my kids, and they could help you too.
Thank you so much, Mayra, for sharing your incredible story. And thank you to our partners at the Primo Center for Women and Children and all of our emergency fund partners. We could not do this without you. And now, I'd like to introduce Dennis Pierce, board member, event chair, and development committee chair.
Well, thanks, Carolyn. And thanks also to the mayor with her wonderful informational piece, and as well as Mayra for her really compelling story. It's really amazing when you think about it, all of the great work that All Chicago's been doing these many years, and particularly since the COVID. It really is impressive. So I want to say good morning to all of you attending. It's great to see you, well, kind of see you. My name is Dennis Pierce. I'm the chair of the All Chicago Development Committee, and I can tell you that we have been working as a committee and with the staff people, Carrie and Melissa and others, to really put forth a really nice program for you all. I hope you're enjoying it. We, however, can't do this all on our own. We need your support. And I am really happy to announce that the Board of Directors for All Chicago has come up with a matching challenge grant of $50,000. That's really amazing. Thank you, Board of Directors of All Chicago. So now what we need to do is ask you to step up or move closer to your video screen, pick up your iPhone and text All Chicago to the number 243725 to make a donation to help match the $50,000 challenge grant. Or you can go to the All Chicago website, which might be easier for some of us who know how to do that, allchicago.org. Make your donation. And we really, we do need your help. This has been an extraordinarily difficult year for many organizations, including All Chicago. I will say, however, that All Chicago has shined brighter than it ever has in my experience. I've been involved with the organization for over 10 years, and this year has been absolutely outstanding as far as the work that Carolyn and the team has done. The new initiative by the city, the Emergency Housing Initiative, which is funding $35 million to help move homeless people into permanent housing with few, if any, delays. That program is in its beginning stages. It's already had significant impact on a number of families, and it will continue to do so. To help this program succeed, we need your support. So please go to the All Chicago website, allchicago.org, or text All Chicago at 243725 to make your contribution. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lisa Stone Pritzker, and I want to thank you all so much for being here today. I'm a board member of All Chicago, Making Homelessness History. Collaboration is key to our work to end homelessness, and that is why I'm simply thrilled to present an award dear to my heart to a tremendous partner who has helped bring the organization to where it is today. The Norman H. Stone Award recognizes an individual who embodies the philanthropic spirit of its namesake, my grandfather, who founded the Emergency Fund. In the late 1960s, he encouraged businesses, human service agencies, and community advocates to come together to meet the needs of Chicago's most vulnerable families. The award memorializes his legacy by recognizing individuals who work collaboratively to create solutions to community problems and who engage philanthropically in our beloved Chicago. This year, we're delighted to present the Norman H. Stone Award to Peter Willem. Pete is co-founder and vice chairman of Waterton. He joined the board of All Chicago in 2013, later serving as president and chairman. Thanks to Pete's leadership, All Chicago grew to serve more Chicagoans than ever before. He set the tone and the strategic direction, envisioning how All Chicago would bring the emergency fund and the continuum of care closer together. I want to be sure to note that homelessness decreased 22% during his tenure. Pete values partnership among homeless services, recognizing that it creates greater and longer-lasting impact. His keen understanding of the intricate system of homelessness service agencies in Chicago truly aided All Chicago in finding efficient ways to work together and use data to make smart decisions. Leading by example, Pete has inspired the board to follow suit in learning about All Chicago's partner agencies and the unique role they fill. Pete is a knowledgeable and active philanthropist. His support extends beyond All Chicago and homeless services, as he also focuses on affordable housing. We are grateful for his leadership and his dedication to ending homelessness. Thank you, Pete. Having served on the board with you, let me say that you are extraordinary in every way. All Chicago is lucky to have you as a leader. I know there are so many family members zooming in to today's event. So on behalf of our entire family, allow me to congratulate you on this well-deserved award.
Thank you for the honor of the Norman Stone Award. I joined this board back in May of 2013, 7 long years ago. And I was comparing the time that we had then to our time we're in today. It's quite different. In May of 2013, All Chicago was a new entity, was just starting out on its long journey. We had a PIT count, a point-in-time count for homelessness in Chicago, of about 6,290 or 6,270, I believe. We were the COC lead agency. Our main focus then was to raise funds from HUD, which is a competition. So every year we have to compete with 399 other COCs for funding. In 2013, we were able to secure $53 million to fight homelessness. We also got about $2.1 million in direct emergency fund funding from our legacy emergency fund and from our state and local governmental agencies. It was the first anniversary of us managing the HMIS, the Homeless Management Information System, which was a big deal at the time. We also had at the time the vision of Norman Stone, and we had the participation and the passion of Alan Stone that helped drive the mission forward. So you zip through to today. Today, the pit count in Chicago is down to 5,270 or so almost 20% lower than it was. The HUD funding that we secured was $76 million, more than a 20% increase. We delivered $8.8 million in direct financial assistance, and we have a revenue budget today of $11.5 million. And those last two figures are only through June, so that's a half a year. In a half a year, we've done 4 times as much granting for direct emergency assistance, and our budget is 3 times what it was for the full year of 2013. The big key to that is we have great leadership, not only at the top, but all of our program and department heads, definitely the best we've had. We have great staff. The staff has expanded greatly because our mission has expanded. But most importantly, we still live and breathe the essence of the mission of the Stone family. Stone family is still intimately involved with us, still on our board. And while we don't have the direct influence of Alan and Norman anymore, that spirit carries on. And our mission only continues to expand. We look forward to many more years of success. I take no credit for it. The staff, leadership has done all the work. I just happen to be here at the right time. So again, I thank you for the award. I really accept it on behalf of the entire All Chicago universe.
Thanks, Pete, and congratulations. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award. And now I'm back to present another award. I'm thrilled to present the Systems Impact Award to the Chicago Homelessness and Health Response Group for Equity, or CHARGE. CHARGE recognized that the state's requirement for social distancing was going to cause a problem in shelters where people are often tightly packed together. Because they responded so quickly to COVID-19, they were able to achieve several milestones within just a few months. Some of their achievements include repurposing a downtown hotel as well as the Southside YMCA to house people experiencing homelessness, distributing 25,000 masks, and creating rapid response testing teams. CHARGE worked with the Chicago Department of Public Health, a Safe Haven, Rush University Hospital, and Heartland Alliance to create a COVID response respite unit. These are just some of the amazing accomplishments that this truly dedicated group of professionals has achieved in the last several months. Accepting the award today is Dr. Stephen Rothschild, who is the Chair of Family Medicine at Rush University Hospital.
I'm Steve Rothschild, and I am the convener and coordinator for CHARGE, the Chicago Homelessness and Health Response Group for Equity. And we are really honored to be receiving this award. CHARGE came together in March in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. We were just a bunch of people who were trying to figure out how we were going to deliver care and protect the residents of one shelter on the west side. Within a week, there were over 50 of us, and it is a group that is a big table that represents really every sector that works with people who are experiencing homelessness and people who are vulnerably housed in Chicago. So we have hospitals, we have federally qualified health centers, we have service providers and people providing recovery services. We have people with lived experiences. We have representatives of the Chicago Department of Public Health and the Department of Family and Support Services. We have advocates like the Coalition for the Homeless and the Illinois Public Health Institute. We have so many people, and this is a group that is amazingly meeting. Originally, we met every day for an hour. Now we're down to twice a week, plus committee meetings in between. And we're just a pragmatic problem-solving group. What are the challenges people are seeing in terms of healthcare, in terms of getting people housed? How do we solve it? Who do we call? What do we have to do? And I think that's what's made Charge really a unique voice, because while all of us have been involved in homelessness and housing services for some time, it's the first time there's been this big table of everybody getting together, rolling up their sleeves and saying, how do we solve this problem we're facing today? And it's action focused, and it keeps people coming back. And as the convener, I keep thinking, are people going to stop coming to this 8 a.m. meeting? You know, surely their jobs are having more demands, but the work keeps us coming back. The community of people keeps us coming back. For Charge to get this award from All Chicago is kind of amazing, because 6 months ago, we didn't exist. All Chicago and all of you have been involved in this work for years. And so we are really deeply honored to be able to be part of this work. We don't know what our future looks like yet. We're a coalition. We're a consortium. We're a bunch of people who care about this issue. But we're very excited to see where the future takes us and to be part of this work to end homelessness. The work that Charge has been doing would not have been possible without All Chicago. We created Shield Housing in collaboration with the city and staffed by the folks at Lawndale Christian Health Center. But for the women and men who were shielded at Hotel 166, who were taken out of vulnerable environments and put into single rooms so that they could get health care and be isolated and not be exposed to the spread of COVID. All of it would have been for naught if those people had to go back to a shelter setting. We're not done with COVID yet, or maybe COVID isn't done with us. But All Chicago prioritized these women and men who were most vulnerable to the effect of COVID, and has helped over 100 find housing. The meaning of that is unbelievable, it's incredible, because without that, we have solved nothing. We have just rearranged things for a few months. But All Chicago made the difference. I want to thank the healthcare institutions, University of Illinois at Chicago, Cook County Health, Northwestern, St. Anthony's Hospital, and my own parent institution, Rush University Medical Center, who really played a critical role in convening Charge and supporting my time over these last 6 months. I want to thank our community health center partners, Lawndale Christian Health Center and Heartland Alliance Health, along with other providers of health care to the homeless, like the Boulevard and Night Ministry. I want to thank the shelter providers, Franciscan House of Mary and Joseph, A Safe Haven, Salvation Army, all of whom were with us from the beginning, joined by Breakthrough, Deborah's Place, Pacific Garden Mission, Cornerstone, the Primo Center, Matthew House, Margaret's Village, Lincoln Park Community Services, Facing Forward. Some of the service providers and recovery programs like Haymarket, Renaissance Social Services, Thresholds, Catholic Charities, the Advocates, the Chicago Coalition for the Homeless, the Illinois Public Health Institute, People's Law, and University of Chicago Urban Lab. I want to acknowledge our philanthropic community working together under the banner of Funders Together to End Homelessness, Michael Reese Health Trust, Polk Brothers Foundation. Our work wouldn't be possible without people with lived experience advising us, without an army of medical students and health profession students at Rush and UIC and Northwestern who have really mobilized delivering PPE, delivering education, screening, and we are thankful for them. I want to acknowledge the Chicago Department of Public Health and the Department of Family and Support Services at the City of Chicago. Your support, your counsel, your willingness to meet with us, your willingness to let Charge be a thorn in your side sometime, is welcome, and we are grateful for your patience. And finally, I want to acknowledge All Chicago, without whom none of this work would be possible.
Thank you to Dr. Rothschild and your whole team at Charge. We are so grateful for your work. Finally, we'd like to thank every one of our sponsors, our partners, funders, and friends who have worked so tirelessly with us to end homelessness in Chicago. We could not do it without you. If you feel called to make a donation to support people like Mayra, text All Chicago to 243725. Every gift of every size is greatly appreciated. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.